That's why all the Swagger gangsters aren't here today. Today, we're joined by Sammy
Hello.
and Nolan.
Hello, we have cool editing skills like this.
I have to
You'll
censor
never
that
know
now.
what he said.
Yeah. I mean, you can probably guess because he's Nolan.
We'll
But
go small
yeah, welcome back to the
today.
Swagcast. Yeah, welcome back to the Swagcast, episode 3. We only got 3 people.
Wow,
Oh.
so fitting.
Because Kevin is ghosting everyone, and Avery is not wanting to do the
He's
podcast.
1v1ing
Avery's
Nolan,
absent
Madden.
today. We
he's-
called
he's
name call,
skipping
we did
class.
roll call, and he was absent. So,
He said
Um,
cupcake, but not
not
present.
He's gone. What? Nolan?
and that's why
What does that
we
even
kicked
mean? I've
Nolan
never
out
heard
of the
that.
Swagger gangsters.
Yeah, nah. Don't worry, we're not kicking you, Nolan.
Yay.
Okay,
I'm
today,
happy now.
it's gonna be
Only
a jumble of things. We had a certain event that happened a couple days ago. I don't know if you guys remember, but it's kind of
Your birthday.
it was my birthday.
Oh yeah.
I hate
it was
to
your
be
birthday.
self-narcissistic like that, but
Happy
It was my birthday.
birthday
Kinda
to
forgot about that. Not
you.
gonna count.
I forgot about
Happy
it too. Yeah.
birthday to you. Happy birthday.
See, this would be a lot better if we had more people, wouldn't it? We
This
had
is
Slash
Kevin and
point point
Avery.
446.
This is so bad. This is so bad.
Happy birthday to you. Even though it's like 3 days ago. Woot 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 woot.
I'm 16 now, but I can't drive till the end of July. So
Vroom
Don't
vroom.
seem
Don't get
16.
pulled over.
Why can't you go on?
I'll try
Why
my
can't you
hardest.
drive until end of July?
my segment
To your
2.
parents?
No,
Oh,
like
right.
my segment 2 was canceled for what month? May. So because the state wasn't allowing them to do it throughout May, and then instead of for like allowing June classes, I have to do it in July. And then my mom set up my driver's test for the end of July. So
Cool.
I have like a week or two to get in 20 hours.
Hey, that's one test that you can't fail.
I've heard it's
I
not
mean,
that hard.
he-
I almost
he
failed
probably
my
could.
my
Evan could find a
vision
way.
test to get my permit.
That's what she said.
So if I failed my vision
What?
test to get my, I don't know.
Evan
what
said
you just
it's
said.
not that long. Then I said
Okay.
that's what she said.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I almost failed the vision test to get your permit. You just have to like look at and read off the letters.
Are you-
Failed that.
crap.
I don't know if I need to mute that. I'm pretty sure I do.
You
I'm
probably
like
should.
99% sure I do. That's
Ah.
all. Okay, we're not even. I don't think we're 5 minutes into this. I've already had to censor Nolan's
Guys, we're not racist. I promise.
Oh,
No, we're definitely not.
my bad.
We try our
Definitely not.
hardest.
That's my bad.
Do we? Yeah. I
I'm
mean,
not.
No, we don't.
I just
Nolan.
No, Nolan's a very pleasant person.
I like the view.
There's a couple names that I can list off the top of my head in our group that don't try as hard, but
Avery.
Sammy, I
Really,
think you
one
I
of
think you
these- what
coughed
do
while
think
you
he's
said
doing right
that.
now?
I think you just Avery.
What?
You meant to say Avery. You coughed while you coughed while you said it.
Yeah,
I think that.
I have the virus.
Oh,
Speaking
no.
of which, the quarantine in Michigan was lifted. So
Yeah.
that's-
Finally.
It's actually
good, we
lifted
can
the day
actually
before
leave
my
now.
birthday, which was pretty epic.
Yeah, so you didn't have a quarantine birthday. That was
Technically,
the
no,
day
I didn't.
Cameron had his birthday. Because
Yeah.
your birthday's one day after.
hmm
You stole my birth date, by the way. Because I'm the second, and I was born before you, so
You-
I'm just saying.
You know, I feel really bad for Cameron because like no one said happy birthday to Cameron in the group chat. Like no one.
I did. I did.
I
I posted
you
on my
posted
story.
it on your story. I didn't even say happy birthday to Cameron the entire day. I said happy birthday to Cameron 3 minutes after his birthday ended, which I kind
Yeah,
of
and
felt
then you
bad
like
for.
made fun of him for doing.
Yeah,
Or like
I felt
you
bad
were
for
like
it,
joking around
but
with
I
it.
did it anyways. So
Yeah, and then he didn't say happy birthday to you. Get right.
yeah,
I mean,
well,
that's what happens.
I deserved
right?
it. Mm-hmm.
It is how it is.
It is
Well,
how it
when's your birthday?
is.
Isn't your birthday in like
December.
December? Yeah, that's what I thought.
December, yeah.
December.
December.
Wait, you don't have your birthday and your Christmas mixed together, right?
No, I'm 15 days before Christmas.
Hmm.
My
Which
Yeah, I
is
parents
like
thought
nice.
that
having a
was close
birthday.
enough.
Like me and Evan's birthdays are like in the summer-ish. Evan has a really good birthday because it's almost halfway through the year. So every 6 months, it's like you get like gifts and whatever, instead of having it all at once. You know what I mean? And having Christmas and your birthday mixed together just sounds not fun at all.
Yeah. Now that
It's
quarantine's ended, boys, what is something that you plan on doing?
Hanging out.
The same thing I've been doing for the last. Besides that, the thing I've been doing, I don't do anything at all. But yeah,
Well,
I'll
that
be
was
over at
entertaining.
Nolan. I'll be over with, I'll be over with Nolan and Avery and Evan.
Yeah.
And not Evan because he's
Yeah.
not a Fallbrook kid.
Well, maybe I'll
It's been
become
a while
one.
since I've seen most of the Swagger Gangsters though. Are you gonna move to Fallbrook Farms?
Yeah, I'll move. I'll buy a house out there just so that I can
Yes.
technically be one.
Nolan,
Because I've got that
you
money.
do realize when Evan does get his house away from his parents, it's not gonna be long before you're moving out, right?
That is true.
Nah,
I
but
wanna
when,
move
but
out,
when
like,
we
as soon
move
as I
out,
possibly
we'll just
can, but I
own
don't
a
have the
house
money for
together.
that.
Segment
Yeah.
time. Segue
Oh.
is what I meant to say. Swagger Gangster's house.
What? Oh,
I'm
oh
done.
yeah. Are you just gonna jump into this? I feel like this would be a lot better with more people. We don't have
Listen.
more people.
Preface it. We'll
We
talk
gotta-
about
we
it a
gotta-
little
we gotta
bit.
do what we
It'll be a bigger
gotta do what we
conversation in the
can.
future. We've talked about it before,
We have.
and I'm scared personally. I would be scared and excited, and it's far in the future, so I don't have to worry about that right now. But I mean, that's nerve-wracking having to sit in a house with these four buffoons.
I'm not a buffoon, actually.
Are you an
Ding
imbecile?
dong.
Oh, ding dong.
Nah, imbeciles like.
It's like
It's
Kevin.
more of
level.
like a Kevin type thing.
Ah, yeah, we're on the same
I don't
level.
think we would not last long in a house all together. Like
I feel like I would.
we're talking like big mansion too, right?
Oh yeah.
Not
It has to
apartment
be.
building or
Has to be.
anything.
I don't understand
okay,
why we
if
didn't
we-
buy Matthew Stafford's mansion. I mean, we'd only
Yeah,
have to pay
it's-
1.3 million each.
Yeah, that's not even
Yeah.
that bad.
That's not that bad. Wait, for how
But
many
think
people?
about it. Think about
For
it. Think
three
about it.
people or
For
four?
all of us, no, but like
For all
for
four?
all of us to buy like just like $1 million home, that's 200K each or something. That's like the cost of my house. So like I just have to get the money to buy my house, and then I'll be able to pitch in to a Swagger Gangster's house.
So what you're saying
But
is
think
we
about-
all shouldn't have our own house and we all
No.
pitch in to buy a big
No, 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 no,
house
no.
for a
Yes.
normal
I feel
house
like-
price.
For
I
a
feel like
little
what
bit
would
before
happen-
we all buy our own houses.
I feel like what we would happen was that we would like. I feel like instead of getting our own house together, I feel like we would just like be over at one of each other's apartments or houses like every other week, and like we would decide like who's going to this house, whose house, like which barbecue. Like
That'd be
what's
so
this,
much
what's that.
harder though. Oh my gosh.
That would, especially
I
when
mean,
Kevin
we could
ghosts
do
the
that,
group
but
chat
like
and
we'd have to
everyone.
have a place where we all are together.
Mm.
Like somebody's place would have to be big enough for all of us. You know what I mean?
And definitely no apartment complex. If like we all had a room in an apartment complex, we'd get
Yeah, we'd get
evicted
the
in the
cops
first
called on
10
us.
minutes.
Yeah.
First
it's
10
so
minutes,
bad.
Avery's hitting like a bong or something and like blows up the entire apartment complex somehow. I already see it in my
Or
mind.
screams, certain words that cannot be uttered too many times.
Oh no.
Guys, I'm a comedian.
Okay. Yeah, you really are. Not the most
I mean,
funny, but
Some could say the next Jerry Seinfeld.
Jerry Seinfeld isn't even that funny.
I mean, what's the deal? What's the deal with airline food?
Here we go.
Pretty good.
What's the
Nice.
deal with it? What's the deal with it?
What's
Dude,
that's the
so
punchline.
I was flying business class first class on the way back from Florida, and I sat next to this nice gentleman.
boy.
He was doing computer work and with all these fancy numbers on his computer. It's pretty cool. And when I talked, we had some sliders, and we just like talked for 2.5 hours. Pretty sweet, dude.
Did you say that you had business
the
class
plane?
first class, or just like you had business class?
Together, like it's the same thing. Business class.
First class is like some British to say. Like you turn British all of a sudden.
I think it's more
That's
like
how they, like,
business.
Instead of saying like first hour, second hour over in England, they say first class and second class. I guess it's not that weird. I don't know. Like they have some weird slang, or I guess it's not. Is it slang? Or is it just different words?
Dude, there's times where I
Oh,
wish that I was
they
British.
have some,
So many times.
I do
wish I was
too.
British or Australian.
No, I wouldn't
Finna
be
is like
talking
I don't know
like
why,
to
it
talk
just
like
sounds
this,
fun.
mate.
No, but there's so many words
Perfect,
that they
Nolan.
can use that only work in that accent.
Yeah, like
Yeah,
me,
you
me
can't say if you
trousers,
say
me trousers.
crikey.
Crikey,
You say
mate.
crikey in American.
Dude, but
it's
even
not
us saying
happening.
words like the C word just doesn't roll off or feel as good as when
It
an
doesn't.
Australian says it.
It
Like someone
doesn't.
like
I think
Zuckles
that word was just
saying
made
that.
from. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
And then I mean, do we have any slang that works in
For
America?
finna. That's about it.
Yeah, Finna's boring. I mean, maybe that's just
Finna
because we
is
use it all the
boring.
time, and yeah,
I've
Finna
not
is
used
not
that
that
word.
exciting.
Wow.
Yeah, because
We also say
black,
ion,
like
which
me
is
and
something
Evan
that
are.
I'd never understood.
Wait, never mind. I
Ion,
don't
but
get
it's
that
like
either.
ion. I don't like it.
Ion's not a word.
Well, ion
remember we had a whole
it's a
controversy.
scientific term, but
Not like
like an
ion. I
like an
love those chicken
ion.
nuggets.
Oh
and
my god.
it's like a.
Ooh, speaking of chicken nuggets, I got my mom and I McDonald's tonight. It was pretty good.
Were we speaking of chicken nuggets?
I don't know.
I said that.
We jumped from
I said
ions
that.
to McDonald's and
No,
I
I
don't
said
know how fast.
I said Ion want my chicken nuggets. I'm like, oh, because I don't want my chicken nuggets. That's what I meant to say. Because that's what people say.
Yep.
Yeah.
We know, Nolan. We
I'm
know.
so lost. I'm so lost.
I don't want my chicken nuggets. Why wouldn't you want them, Nolan?
I mean, I like their McNuggets really good.
I don't. The
I
only
like
thing
their
I'll get from
McNuggets
McDonald's is a water.
Really good.
I don't eat McDonald's. I used to all the time. I think just something happened where I was like, you know what? I don't like McDonald's at all. Never only thing I want is a water. I don't want anything.
Gay! You
I don't know if that's just me being like an idiot.
I
do
used
that
to
a
eat
lot.
McDonald's all the time because of our grandpa, Sammy. After school, every single day, he would take me to McDonald's. Every
Really?
day.
Like
Every
every
day.
single day.
Single day. And you know who else went to McDonald's every single day? The days that I couldn't? My sister. My sister's fat now. So that correlates because
She's not. What?
No, but listen. During elementary school, I would get out later than my sister. And my grandpa would always go to pick up my sister. My sister says, "I'm hungry, Grandpa. McDonald's is always right there." But then I get out of elementary school, and I'm like, "Are you going to McDonald's, Mom?" And she's like, "Paige already had McDonald's." And I would throw my book bag at Paige, and I'd be like, "You stupid idiot! Why'd you go to McDonald's?"
My
She's
my
like
mom-
3
Be
at
a
the time,
child
so
where you
I
can
didn't
get away with
actually
stuff
bully
like
her. I
that.
promise.
Oh.
I'm not the
So
best
she
at
was-
English.
Oh, never
Go
mind.
ahead. Go ahead.
No. I was gonna say something, but now I realize it'll make sense.
I'm not the best at English language, and I think I can blame my mom for that because, she would tell me
Mom's
when
a
I was
teacher.
younger. Yeah, I know, but listen to the story.
Okay.
All the time I'd be, "Oh, Mom, can I get McDonald's?" And she'd go, "Well, see, Nolan says OPEN, closed." "Oh, okay, Mom."
that's how she got you to stop eating fast food.
Yeah,
Just lying to
Nolan,
you.
see the
Closed.
side's blinking. OPEN, closed. "Oh, okay, Mom."
How old were you?
This kid
I
went through
don't
his
know.
first
Really
6 years
young.
thinking that open said closed.
Yeah. Ever?
Wow.
Now I can get my McDonald's in
I don't even
I
think
still-
that's happened to me.
I still need some fast food eating every now and again.
Yeah, I don't know. Fast food, the best fast food place is Culver's. No one's changed my mind about that. And
Dude,
I don't
their
go
shakes
there
are
too
so
often.
good, and their
but
ice cream. Ugh.
You can't eat the shake. You can't with a straw at least. You can't eat the shake for the first 5
They're
minutes.
concrete.
It's
That's
a
what they're
wrap.
called, concrete things.
You know what,
Yeah,
boys?
concrete mixers.
Let's go basic podcast topic real quick. I'm gonna give you 5 fast food restaurants, and you boys are gonna list them. Okay, you're gonna list them
Okay.
1 to 5.
In a top 1 through 5.
Yes,
Okay,
in a
Okay.
yes, in a tier
I'll
type
go
thing.
first. I'll go first.
Okay. Okay, so you got Culver's obviously,
Culver's.
McDonald's,
McDonald's.
Wendy's, Burger King,
Burger King.
Arby's,
Arby's.
and that's
it's
it,
5.
'cause
It's
it's
5. All right.
Yeah, you're gonna say another, and I was like, that's not.
All right. So ready? Number 1 for me is McDonald's.
Okay.
Number 2 is Wendy's.
Okay.
3 is Culver's.
Okay.
4 is Burger King. And then
Mhm.
5 is Arby's. Like Arby's is
Okay.
good,
Dude,
but
where
I
was
feel like
McDonald's? I thought you said
One.
Arby's
Number
too.
1.
No,
He
never
says
mind.
McDonald's number 1.
Like,
McDonald's
Arby's-
is better. What?
like
I want to hear
Arby's
your
is
reasoning
good.
for 5 and then your
Arby's-
reasoning for 1.
Okay. Okay.
I do too.
Arby's is good. But like the thing is, like it's only good every once in a while. Like when I think of fast food, I'm like, oh, I could really die for Arby's. Like
Yes.
yeah, they're good. Okay.
Yeah.
The reason why I
I can see
chose McDonald's of number 1 is that, well, crap. Culver's does have pretty dang good fries. Their crinkle fries are
And
pretty good.
burgers. And
But-
literally everything.
Like McDonald's, I just feel like it's really good, and their Sprite like tastes so much different than any other Sprite, and I like Sprite from McDonald's. And their chicken nuggets slap like every other once in a while. But then 2 hamburgers and a pickle and a large fry and a large Sprite. Oh my god. Oh, so good. Like I just love
Okay.
McDonald's. Like I'm
Okay.
not
I have
like,
to
living
admit-
off of it, but like when I'm in the mood for fast food, the first thing that comes to my mind is McDonald's.
Yeah, I gotta
Okay.
admit though, my dad once in a while goes to like McDonald's just to get like a Coke because their Coke blend, I don't know what they mix. I think they mix
Oh,
together a
it's
couple
so
different
good.
things. It tastes pretty good. So maybe I'll get a water and a Coke, but nothing
Okay.
else from McDonald's. Which
They do
leads
that
to
with
my
their
list.
Sprite.
Number 1. Yeah, number 1 easy Culver's, obviously.
Okay.
I'm gonna skip 2 and 3. 4
Oh, no.
is Burger King, and then 5 is McDonald's. That's pretty obvious. But
Yeah.
what about 2 and 3?
Burger King. Hold on, really quick. Burger King. It's
I don't eat burgers
not
from
that
Burger
good.
King. I eat
Burger
chicken
King
sandwiches.
is nothing above average. Nothing there is above average. It's either average or lower, in my opinion.
I would like to point out this rating is
At
purely
least from the Burger King I
food,
go to.
not like service or anything. Because I've had trash service at Burger King before.
Dude,
like Burger
oh
King
my
is the
God,
trashiest
Burger King messes
service.
up my order every time. That's why I
Exactly.
don't go there anymore.
But this is like completely
And-
food based, away from services and
Yeah.
stuff.
I think, now I think about it, number 2, Wendy's, and then number 3, Arby's. I go to Wendy's a lot more than Arby's because mainly, dude, Frosties are amazing. And they are up there, like Dairy Queen level stuff. And they're not even like an ice cream place in general. They're just food in general. But Frosties, bro, like Arby's doesn't have that. Arby's can't compete with that. But Arby's fries are good. And then I don't think I've ever had like Arby's fries, the curly fries. Really
Yes.
good.
Those are really
Wendy's
good,
fries
yeah.
are also good. I don't know what I like
Okay.
better though. But yeah, that's about my list.
Okay. We got number 1, boys. It's Wendy's. There's nothing that beats it.
Really?
Number 2. I haven't been to a Culver's in a while, but the couple times I've gone, perfection. Number 2 is Culver's. McDonald's, like, it's 3. 4,
Okay.
Burger King, no. 4, Arby's, 5, Burger King. Because I'm not a huge fan of Burger King burgers and all that. Arby's I had today, and they have like good shakes and stuff. Like I had a Coca-Cola float today, and it wasn't the greatest. I mean, it tasted good, but it wasn't the greatest float because it was like ice cream at the top and Coke on the bottom. It wasn't like a mix of the two. It was just like 2 separate things, and it was like weird. And then McDonald's rarely ever gets my order wrong. But every time I go to McDonald's, I'm like, I shouldn't be eating this. You know? I don't really feel like that with many other places, but McDonald's, I'm like, I could do better than this right now.
It's good every once in a while.
Exactly. 2, Culver's, again, I don't go there very often, but the times that I went there, I enjoyed it a lot. Also, they have, like, really good ice cream there that you can get after you get your food. And it's like, if you go into the
Ice
store,
cream or
obviously, or
shakes?
you go, ice cream and shakes.
Both, okay.
If you go into the place, you can just like you can order your food first, and then you just like come back up afterwards, and you're like, I want some ice cream, because they sell like tubs of ice cream there too. It's weird.
Do they?
Yeah,
Huh.
if you go in, and then number 1, Wendy's, because nothing beats their fries. because I don't know what it is, but like the sea salt and stuff. Oh my god. And then
Huh.
they have the 4 for $4, which is, oh my god, god tier. $4 for a burger, fries, 4-piece chicken nugget, and a drink. And I mean, it's incredible. Like, how do you
Yeah.
top that? But yeah, Wendy's is
Yeah.
always a go-to, and I feel so much better after eating it than I do McDonald's. Like, I could eat like 7 4 for $4s, and I'd be like, oh, I need more. And then I could eat like 2, like maybe even just like 1 10-piece chicken nugget. I'll be like, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah. But the thing you also have to realize when you rank these is, like, Culver's and McDonald's are way different. One's like
Yeah.
price over quality, and the other is quality
Exactly.
over price. Culver's is expensive, but it's
Mm-hmm.
really good. Culver's, I'm just saying it right now, Culver's has the best french fries I've ever had. They're perfection. And then
They're really good.
McDonald's
pretty good.
is cheap, but it's not the best. You feel me?
okay,
Culver's
So it's
if
like
we're
kinda
talking
hard
really
to
good.
judge.
if we're talking root beer,
Best
you guys ever
deal
been to an
for,
A&W, like an
Mm.
A&W
Oh my God.
restaurant?
The
Oh my
best thing ever.
Does it exist?
Yeah. Oh my gosh. It's
Are
like
you
a fast
serious?
food, except it's A&W. It's like made by the
It only
brand
serves
that's root
beer, huh?
Yeah, it only serves beer.
Only
It's
serves
only beer. It's like a pub,
Only
except
beer.
it's a fast food restaurant that serves food.
With a beer button?
Yeah, it has a
Yeah.
beer button. It just
Something
gives you
It's like
only us
it's
three are
root
gonna
beer on
get.
tap. Like
Root beer is good. I'm not gonna lie. I think I've drinking root beer though, like at least, like no more than 10 times in my life. But it's good. It's very good. I don't like. Okay, this is
Sammy
where
goes
I'm
for the
gonna go
regular
on
beer
my
every time that
rant.
he has option.
Yeah. This is where I'm gonna go on my rant about Faygo Twist.
Oh,
But
okay, I love
like-
this rant.
this is gonna go on forever. But root beer is like not a go-to. Like Evan was talking about go-to restaurants. Root beer is just not a go-to. Like I'm never gonna go to like a place and just ask for like a root beer. I'm gonna ask for like a soda, like not a root beer soda, like I don't know, a soda.
Soda.
And then Faygo Twist is the best lemon lime soda out there. If you've like, I know no one's had it, or maybe a few people have had it. Like
I don't understand.
nothing
You
beats it.
just think that this is non-existent? Like people have never drinking it? Like you've just discovered a new soda?
I've never
I
heard of it
literally-
before.
I've been
I've
drinking
never
that
heard
since I
anyone
was
ever
like
talk about
7.
Wait, what's Faygo Twist? What's Faygo Twist? Is it just? Did
It's
they?
lemon
Wait, what's
lime,
original Faygo?
so-
What's
It's
original
like
Faygo?
it's.
Rock
Oh,
and-
is that like?
Rock
Is it
and Rye.
Is it? I'm gonna have to
Is
look
it
this
Rock
up
and Rye
on-
by Faygo?
So Faygo Twist is just lemon lime.
Yeah, it's literally off-brand Sprite.
I thought they had. Hey, shut up! I thought they had a different like. Thing. Never mind. Then.
Original
Yeah, Faygo Twist is
Faygo.
better than Sprite, better than 7-Up, and it's just facts.
The
I don't
original
know what it is.
flavors
I
of
think it's like the
Faygo
sweetener or something.
were fruit punch, strawberry, and grape. Those were the
Rock and
3
Rye comes from
original.
Nolan.
It was founded in Detroit, actually. Oh, I didn't know that.
Dude,
In
so much stuff comes
1907.
from Detroit.
Yeah, that's because back in the day we were like big manufacturing company. Now we just like riot.
Detroit riots aren't that bad. I know we said we weren't going to get into this.
They were
Like,
bad.
right now
No,
it's
I'm talking about in the
void,
past. I'm talking
void,
about in the
void,
past.
void.
I'm just no, I'm just talking about in the
Okay.
past, like the past
Yeah,
ones
in
that
the
happened
past,
in
I
like
guess.
1980s or whatever. Yeah,
I
those
want
were
to say
not the
something about
best.
the riots so bad right now, but I'm not going to.
No, that's a topic that is something. Obviously, a lot of people say, silence isn't the answer or whatever. It's just something that we're not comfortable talking about at this moment in time.
Mm-hmm. Because
don't
we've
wanna-
had a lot of debates.
Yeah, we
about
don't
it
want
in
to
the group
offend
chat.
any single being. So
It's very
Yeah.
easy nowadays to do such things.
yes. But moving on, I do have one thing I want to talk about, and I don't know if we want to make this an entire thing because I know we've talked about making this an entire episode before, but it's just one small thing that happened to me recently about dreams. Have you guys ever had like you wake up? At some point in the nighttime, this happens to me normally in the mornings, like especially nowadays because I'm waking up and falling asleep at like random times. But I have an entire like 6 hours of sleep, 7 hours of sleep. I wake up and I don't remember any of it. But then I go to sleep again, like I fall back to sleep for like 30 minutes, and I have like an entire movie of a dream, and I remember every part of it perfectly. Like, it's the weirdest
Really?
thing. Yeah, it's the strangest thing. Like, I woke up at like 8 o'clock, I was like, oh, I have another hour till my alarm goes off, so I just clocked it back to sleep. I woke up at like 8:45, and I was like,
Actually, that does
I
kind of
was,
happen sometimes.
ooh. But I had like an entire
I think
thing.
about it.
My dream had a
Yeah.
beginning and an end. And I was like, and then at the end I woke up. It was weird. What were you saying, Sammy?
I was gonna say something about like dreams, but like then again, I want to save it for a different podcast.
Yeah,
episode.
good idea.
But has that happened to you guys
'Cause
before?
I can
That's
say
all I wanted
so
to bring
much.
up.
I think it does. Oh dang it! I was gonna. say
It's
something.
weird.
I'm gonna save it. Yeah, I don't know. That's weird.
What
I don't really have anything else
what TV stations did you guys watch as a child? I know what Sammy watched.
Oh God, here we
it's
go.
a little
Here we go.
it's a little embarrassing for
Sad.
Sammy and sad.
A
Depressing.
lot of
Nolan, what did
Nickelodeon
you watch?
Cartoon Network.
The basics. Okay,
Yeah.
let us hold on.
Evan's family is yelling, probably at cards. I think they do that a lot. With his 6-year-old no, how old's Landon? Isn't he like 8 now?
He's
What is
8. Yeah, I think they calmed down. So
Yeah.
good. I'm sorry about that.
Were they playing Mario
Nolan, you were
Kart or
watching like the
something?
basics, right? I don't know what they're doing
Yeah.
out there. Like the Disney channels, the Cartoon Networks, the Nickelodeons.
Yeah, Disney
Did you-
Channels.
Were you ever awake for like Teen Nick or Nick at Night?
Yeah. Yeah.
Dude,
And that
I would
George
turn on those
guy would
shows and-
come on. What's his name?
George Lopez
George Lopez. I'm like, what the crap
was
is
always
this
the
stuff?
go-to show. You know, it'd always be the first thing on. It was those shows I'd be so scared to watch. I would be so scared to watch them. Like they'd turn on and I'd be like, "Ooh, I'm not supposed to be watching this. This is Teen Nick and I'm 10." And I'd be like, ah. But when it came to stuff like Zoe 101 or Drake and Josh that would turn on at that time, I'd be like, oh, okay, I'll just watch this. But like when George Lopez popped up on the screen, I'm like, ah! And then I'd like turn off. Stuff like Adult Swim on Cartoon Network. You remember that? Like it would turn on at a certain time, but I'd never be awake for it normally. But there's stuff like Rooster Teeth that would be on there, and I'd always be like, ooh, spooky! And I'd turn it off. But
Yeah, I am kind of disappointed I did not watch any I mean, okay, listen. I did not like completely tone out Cartoon Network or Disney Channel. I like watched them if it was on. But my go-to channel, I think also because my brother was like Nick Jr. And
Yeah.
it was like that for a long time. But my brother like really liked Nick Jr. That's all that he ever watched. And I wanted to watch stuff on Nick. Like I watched Nick a decent amount too. I know a lot of Nick shows, and I watched a couple episodes of them, but I don't know. My brother always, like, if the TV was on, it had to be Nick Jr., or else he'd throw a fit. And I know a lot of shows from Nick, Cartoon Network, and Disney. I know what they're about. I just never was, like, big on watching them, you know?
Yep.
Now I think about it, I really wish that I did watch, like, any other channel, though.
yeah, I was a Nick Jr. person before I was even Nick Jr. and it was called Noggin. Like
Yeah, me too. me too.
old days, yeah. Like
That was-
when
yeah,
there's
that's
Yellow
old school, dude.
Troll Moose Man, that would
That
be
was-
in my
Yeah.
dude, scary.
What was the
Not
blue
even
bird?
scary.
What was that little blue
Yeah,
bird?
I don't know. But like when it was back when shows with like
it
Oswald
was
and
Z.
stuff.
Oh my god.
I had to watch a
was, like-
banger. And like
I
Wow
don't
Wow
remember
Wubsy.
anything
Oh,
from that show. Okay,
Wow Wow Wubsy.
that was dude. Grandpa still is like all over me about that. Like he's always like, "You remember watching Wow Wow Wubsy?" Well, of
Dude,
course
he's
I do.
on me about Blue's Clues because Blue's Clues is one of the greatest
Blue's
shows
Clues
to ever
came
be
back.
existed.
Yeah, Blue's Clues is God tier.
That is a show and a half.
I used to watch Fanboy and Chum
Oh
Chum.
my god!
That's what Evan watched too.
Banger.
Yo,
dude, they're
I
so.
watched
What was another
this?
one? There's
Them.
like all these. Wasn't it like the Little Rascals or something like that? It wasn't like Little
Oh
Rascals.
yeah,
It was another.
like Rugrats.
Rugrats, yeah.
Yeah, I never really watched Rugrats. I ended up watching like the Rugrats movie for like 30 minutes, and I was like, "Hey, I don't know any of these people. I don't know what's going on." And then I
I
turned it
watched
off.
Little Fairy of the Odd Parents too.
Oh yeah, Fairly Odd Parents. I was sure it was 8.
Wonder Pets.
Oh,
I
Wonder Pets.
watched this, dude.
Wonder
Dude,
Pets.
I'm looking
Wonder
at
Pets.
Oswald now. I not remember it being a blue octopus. I
yeah.
not
Blues
remember that.
Clues.
Blue's Clues.
It was a
then-
giant octopus.
Go Go
Dude,
Diego.
there's- Yeah, and then
Yeah, I
Dora,
watched all the
a
shows you
decent
guys are
amount.
listening right now. So.
Yeah.
Wasn't there a kid? Wasn't it a little? Wasn't it? Oh crap! What is like a TV show? It's like a little black kid.
Oh
What's his
shoot!
name?
I know what you're talking
It
about.
was
Is Bill?
Lil
Bill? Bill? Lil
Bill.
Little
Little Bill.
Little Bill.
Oh
Yeah,
my
bro, I
god,
watched
dude,
that all
that
the
one
time.
threw me back. I have a DVD play or a DVD disc underneath my TV stand out there, and it has just like a collection of older TV like Nickelodeon shows, Nick Jr. shows. It has like a really old Dora episode. It has a Little Bill episode. I don't know what else it has on it, but I watch that like religiously over and over again.
Wasn't Little Bill like a reference for somebody like right now?
Oh, I have no clue.
What do you mean?
I don't know. What else was
I
Max
looked it
and
up,
Ruby?
dude. I love looking.
Oh
up
my god.
these, dude. Max and Ruby's still like a
Okay,
thing,
Sam.
too.
No. Let's story time real quick. Me
Jimmy
and
Neutron?
Sam-
Oh no.
It's
be embarrassing. I don't
it's
know what
gonna
it
be
is,
so
but-
dumb. It's gonna be so dumb, Sammy, and nobody else
I
is
remember
gonna laugh
Jimmy
at
Neutron.
it. But let's talk about the Backyardigans real quick and how dumb me
Let's
and
go.
Sammy are. How dumb me and Sammy are. Well, it was like 3
Evan,
years ago.
I remember this.
It's like
I
3 years ago,
remember
wasn't it?
this.
And me and Sammy
Yeah,
were
no.
up
I was
at like
longer
11.
than that.
We were up at like 11, and for this it was like late because it was like a couple years ago. So like we were used to going to bed at like 10 or something, and it was 11, and we were both up still, and we were like, dude, what was that one show that had like the purple dinosaur? Or no, it wasn't a purple. It's like a purple. I don't even know what the heck she
Purple,
is.
like what? Wait.
Pig thing, and
The purple thing was like, what was the purple guy?
Oh,
it was
the
Austin.
purple wasn't-
What was it? Purple was Austin. Remember Austin?
No,
Austin was the purple thing.
oh, I was
don't
thinking
know
of
what
the,
it was.
dude, I was thinking of the
Oh, they're
yellow
all
chick.
things except like the penguin. Yellow chick's
Yeah.
like
No, I was in Austin and
hippopotamus.
Musto.
Yellow chicks. No, Tyrone's the moose, dude. I still like think to
No,
this day
but
Tyrone
we
is
sat
the
there.
worst
We
name
sat there
for
and
that guy.
laughed for like 20 minutes at the name Uniqua. We sat there and laughing at it for like a solid 20 minutes at the name Uniqua, and it was so
It was
dumb.
so
It was
dumb.
so dumb. But it was like late
You
night
laugh at
vibes.
anything when you're tired. That was just the
Exactly.
funniest thing ever. I still
But-
think Tyrone is the weirdest name for
All
for
American
movies. I don't
Tyrone.
get that.
American.
All American's a good show.
Facts.
I
That's
still haven't
facts.
finished it because I don't know what my deal
Okay,
is with
well,
Netflix.
then we
It's just
won't.
me
We won't.
not watching the bin. Oh yeah. Don't spoil anything. I just finished season 1.
Guys, you can
I missed
you
that
can
thing.
spoil anything you
There's
want
this-
in the comments down below. You can spoil anything you want.
If
for Sammy.
anyone DMs me,
Yeah.
I'm gonna cry. What was that one show? I know no one watched it because it was like no one watched it at all. It was this spider, and it
Oh,
was.
I know what you're talking about. I know what you're talking about. I know what
Do
you're talking
you?
about. I do. Spider, and then there's like
This
there's like
spider's
flies.
Sunny Patch Friends.
Exactly.
Let's go.
That's what it was. It's exactly
No.
what it was. Banger. Oh my god. Okay, did you guys ever
Bro,
watch
okay,
PBS?
look it up right now. Look at the little blue thing. Yes, I did. The little blue bug. What? That's
Oh
just
my god,
terrifying.
PBS
That's
kids
nightmare
shows
fuel.
were incredible. PBS kids shows like Super Y,
Oh my god.
Yes, I watched
Dino
that.
Y.
That okay.
Dino
PBS kid,
Train?
I did watch.
yeah, TBS kids.
Oh my god! Oh my god! We're Dino Train.
Do you remember?
I
Do you
forgot
remember
about
that?
all
Do you
these.
remember that show that girl? All aboard the choo-choo train.
Choo-choo train.
All aboard
All
the
aboard the
choo-choo train.
choo-choo
What's that?
train. All
All
aboard the
aboard.
choo-choo
All
train.
aboard.
All aboard. All
Curious
aboard. Choo-choo.
Arthur. Arthur, Cat in the Hat, Clifford,
Arthur.
I
Case,
never
George,
really
Daniel
Yeah,
Tiger's
I know all of
Neighborhood,
these shows that you're
Odd
saying.
Squad,
There was
Sesame
one. There's one.
Street,
Did anybody watch? Okay.
Sid the
Okay.
Science Kid, Word Girl.
Dude,
I
Dude,
used to
oh my
love
God, I
Word
remember
Girl.
DVDs
Word
for
Girl is
that.
what I was about to say. Word Girl. Oh my god. I was at the cabin a couple weeks ago when I didn't have Wi-Fi, and Word Girl was on, and I was like, oh my god, this is
Did
incredible.
they-
So I watched.
Martha
I watched
Sparks?
a solid 4 episodes of Word Girl without
Martha
moving from my
Speaks. That's the
seat.
show I was trying to think of like 10
Oh,
seconds
the
ago.
dog. The
The
dog.
dog,
that
dude. I
spoke.
remember spending like days trying to find the name of that show. I could not think of it for the life of me.
I don't know why
I,
said
I don't
Sparks.
really remember Word Girl, but now I'm looking it
Clifford,
up.
though?
It does seem kind of familiar.
Oh,
Clifford
Clifford
was
the
a
Big
bop.
Red Dog.
You guys just have these
Clifford
like on your
was
phone right now.
a big bop.
Yeah,
I'm
looking
I'm
at
just looking up
PBS
every
shows.
show.
Because once I
pretty much.
look at them, I'm like, oh, I used to watch that. I used to watch that. I used to watch that.
That's like the greatest part.
I watch a lot of PBS.
Dude, nowadays it's
Yeah.
gonna be like, hey
I
guys,
think
you
about it,
remember
too.
the Loud House?
Oh my god, that's just.
And then do you remember the Spanish knockoff version of the Loud House, guys?
Oh,
Wait,
the
what?
Casa Grandes.
Yeah, they made a knockoff version of their own show. It was like a spin-off of the Loud House, and it was like some Mexican girl who was like
Oh,
in
the
the show a
Magic
couple
School
times.
Bus. Caillou.
Yeah, they made a remix of that. Oh my
I
god,
hate
Cancer
Caillou.
Kid.
I hate Caillou. Evan. Okay.
What? You can't deny it.
You can't
I mean,
say that.
dude, you can't
I
deny it.
mean, you
Oh,
don't
what are these guys
know.
called? The
Dude, Caillou
Yo
is just
Gabba
a little
Gabba.
kid.
Yo
annoying.
Gabba Gabba.
Oh my god, Nolan.
Teletubbies.
Oh
Dude,
my
this is
god.
gonna be the greatest episode.
Oh,
I
we've
wasn't-
ever
fun
had.
fact.
I wasn't
Fun
big
fact.
on that.
Did you know that
Dude,
the
I love
Teletubbies
Little
are so
Teletubbies.
big that they had to, like, for the show, they had to rent, like, extra large bunnies for them to make them look big? Who else
What?
watched Lazy
What?
Town? Where's my Lazy
They
Oh
Town?
my
people?
god,
their
Lazy
costumes
Town
with
was the
bunnies?
only- I
No,
swear.
No,
I
shut
have
up,
this
shut up. We
rare-
can't gloss
Okay,
over this.
I
What is
saw
he
this-
talking about
I
bunnies?
saw this on a TikTok, and wait, what are they called?
The
Teletubbies.
Shoot, I've already forgot.
Teletubbies.
Yeah, that one.
Teletubbies. They're 10 feet tall, and like when they were on set, the company would have to rent real life bunnies that were like over large.
Like big old
Like,
bunnies,
what?
like big
They
big
had-
bunnies.
Yeah, like species
10-foot
that like
bunnies? I am so
no, not
lost.
10 foot
No, like
bunny-
just
bunnies.
bigger than
They're like-
normal.
Please tell me
The
those don't
guys are
exist.
10
Bigger-
feet. They're just
But
like,
like you know
here,
your
hold on, hold on,
average
hold on.
bunny, you know your
What are
average
bunnies
bunny.
used for?
Okay,
Yeah.
to make
They're
them
just
look
like background or
small.
whatever.
To make them look smaller. Because they have to use larger bunnies to show that the
Oh,
kids
you're
that they're not
talking
10
about
feet tall.
props. You should just said you're talking
No,
about
but they're like
props.
actual
They're
bunnies.
real life.
Yeah, I'm talking. Okay, now
Yeah.
I get it. Now I get it. I thought we were
They're, like,
talking something to
just
do
to
with the
make it
costume
look
being tall.
No,
I was
no,
like,
no.
what is he talking about?
Yeah, some kid,
Okay, that
some
makes more
guy
sense.
was being paid to sit in a 10-foot bunny costume.
Yeah,
on
no, it was
Teletubbies.
real life bunnies. Who else watched my Lazy Town? Where's my Lazy Town people
Lazy
at?
Town was incredible. Lazy
yeah.
Town was
Oh my
absolutely
god.
Sporticus?
No,
I wanted a Lazy Town like
Sporticus?
reunion or something, like something, anything.
I'm pretty
Okay,
sure I used
this
to have
one is something-
Firefighter Sam.
Oh
Firefighter
shoot!
Sam.
No.
Firefighter
Sam.
Sam.
That is.
I don't actually know
You know,
Firefighter
no,
Sam.
no,
I don't think.
No.
Hold on,
Listen,
We're putting the intro on.
Evan's gonna have. Wait, no, not copyright. We can't do that.
Oh, dang it!
It's copyright stuff.
Dang.
Yeah. Okay, Evan. I was thinking of Lazy Town. I was thinking of something. I was like, that can't be right. What I'm thinking of can't be right. And then I was like, okay, yeah, I remember this. But what was I thinking of? I was like, Fresh Beat Band. And I was like,
No, Fresh Beat Band, bro. Okay, no, Fresh Beat Band is early day me getting into
best
hip hop.
show.
Early day
The best
me getting into
show.
hip hop, because the guy who was in the yellow jacket was my favorite character, and he was the one that would rap.
I thought
and
he
I
was
like,
so much older. He's like a teenager. They all are.
yeah, no, the Fresh Beat Band. Oh my God, Sam, you just brought back the greatest memories
Yeah, I
of
knew.
my
I
entire
knew you were
life.
gonna have like insane flashbacks from it.
Okay, no, but there's one show that is gonna date me so hard, and I don't know if any of you are gonna get it. There's a show
Local
called
Legs.
The Upside Down
Local Legs
Show.
was the best show.
The Upside Down Show. Exactly.
Yeah.
Oh my God, incredible. It was like my favorite show ever, And I looked it up, and it exists. So I wasn't making it up. Nobody I ever told knew about it. But I looked it up, so I know I wasn't dreaming for 5 years of my life when I know that show exists. And I've tried to get it. I've tried to get episodes in every illegal way possible, and I can't do it. I can't figure it out.
I just sent you a video of like an old episode. Don't listen to it yet, but dude, I'm gonna listen to that. I'm gonna go through like so much.
Oh my god, dude. Okay. Jesus, that's insane.
Wow,
Oh my
bro,
God.
now that I think about it, I thought like I only watched like 2 shows, but I know all of these shows now. It's
Okay,
like
but,
not
like-
Disney and Cartoon Network, I guess.
Yeah.
I watch
If we're talking
everything
Cartoon
else.
Network, best old Cartoon Network shows, we're talking like Powerpuff Girls or like
Clarence.
Clarence
Yeah, I
isn't
never
even that
watched
old,
any of this
but,
stuff.
But
Hey,
Clarence was
Clarence.
a goofball, man. Like Clarence was the most low effort show, but the funniest thing ever. Oh my god. I was at my grandma's when that show first premiered, and I was like, Grandma, we need to be on Cartoon Network at this time today. And she was like, why? And I was like waiting for a commercial for Clarence to pop up, and I was like, Grandma, look at it. And it was Clarence face planting into a dumpster or something.
Dude,
like, no
my
words.
favorite episode.
And she was like, you want to watch that? And I was like, yes.
My favorite episode of Clarence is that he doesn't have a skateboard, so he decided just to put one rollerblade on and use it like a skateboard. Oh my god, that's the best.
I only remember a couple of them vividly, and one of them was like when he was at an arcade or something. And he was just, they didn't have plots. They literally didn't have plots. Or if they did, it wasn't like a very in-depth plot, because I'm pretty sure the plot of the arcade episode was Clarence wanted tokens to play a game. So he just ran around asking people for tokens in funny comedic ways. And it was hilarious. It was peak comedy.
That's it?
Yeah, it was literally it. And then he
That sounds
finally got to play the
amazing.
game or something. And then they left. And then they just left the arcade. I do remember one part, he was running by he was running trying to find tokens or whatever for the plot of the story. And then he sees like a moldy pizza that somebody left behind, and he just eats it. He just sits there and eats it. And then that's the funny part. Haha, Clarence ate old pizza it was somebody else's pizza and he ate it. Haha. And then he went back to collecting tokens so that he could go play the game. And that's that's okay. We're talking about old episodes right now, right?
Yeah.
What if we take a second to reflect on the new TV shows that are out right now?
I was actually gonna say, let's just jump back to like what you were saying about the Loud House.
Yeah.
I know like it feels weird. Maybe it's because we grew up with different shows, and now shows are just like completely different. But those like the
yeah.
new shows, seasons in general of like SpongeBob and stuff too, just aren't funny at all, and it's just like I don't know.
The thing is,
It's like-
what are you gonna say? You can go.
I mean, I was just gonna say Nickelodeon likes to be very, very relatable.
Exactly.
Like they had this commercial of a parody of Justin Bieber Yummy, and it was like this did you know what I'm talking about?
I don't know what you're talking about,
This
but
like
it sounds
lunchroom
like
this
sounds
lunchroom
like that.
parody. It was so bad. It was so bad watching it. Like it hurt my eyes. Like the
okay, but-
TV channel like that I used to grow up with is that now? It's like what? Doesn't make any sense.
But it's even worse for Cartoon Network. It's so much worse for Cartoon Network. And
Is it?
Cartoon Network they've run out of ideas. And
It's interesting.
The newest TV show that I've seen by Cartoon Network is Apple and Onion. It's an apple and an onion, and they go on
That's it.
adventures. They go on
That's it.
adventures.
That's it.
They've become so lazy. Like the it's so weird how the network stations you grow up watching and just like hit a point where TV isn't important anymore. People don't watch cartoons on TVs as much as they do cartoons on YouTube. It's different for stuff like movies, not movies. Different for stuff like news, and because older people will watch news on TV. So those people still get their revenue and stuff. But no young kids are gonna be like, oh, let's turn on the Cartoon Network instead of be like, I'm gonna go watch, I'm gonna go watch
YouTube
Odd Ones Out on
unboxing
YouTube
videos
instead.
or something. Yeah, exactly.
So that's
And
they realize that they don't need to put in as much effort to get somewhat near the same amount of money that they were getting. I think Disney still works really well because they do their Disney Plus now, so
Movies.
they're fine.
and yeah, Disney's,
And they do their
Disney's
movies.
chilling.
But
One thing I
Nickelodeon,
want to say,
they have to like throw their movies on Netflix and stuff. Cartoon Network can't even do that. Like you have to
Yeah,
watch
it's
Cartoon
true.
Network shows on. Yeah, but where are you going?
one thing I was gonna say is now I'm thinking about it. Like I'm thinking maybe like the older like people in their 20s now that watch kids shows. I wonder if I wonder if they went through the same thing we're doing right now. Like
Probably,
the new shows, or like the
especially
shows
with
that
stuff
we
when you see
watched, are
stuff
weird
like
to them.
Clarence.
Yeah,
Especially when they
that.
see
They're
stuff like
Clarence
like,
was
what the
probably
heck?
the most weirdest show I've watched.
But it's also because they're kind of used to like stuff because back when topics weren't as sensitive, people weren't as sensitive to topics, and now kids
Yeah.
have to laugh. They can't be like networks aren't allowed to like expose kids to stuff like like racism or abuse and stuff like that. So they just play it
Yeah.
off like Clarence get token for game, guys. Instead of like Fuller House, which talked about a whole range of topics, and that was like a long time ago, and then they made the Fuller House or whatever. But Full House was but yeah,
Full House
yeah.
was a good show.
Mhm.
One thing in general, though, I watched Jerry Seinfeld. Like that's an old TV
Yeah, you
show.
watched Seinfeld?
But, like,
Seinfeld, yeah.
Is that what? Oh, my bad.
Yeah, it was just
Because
Seinfeld.
I didn't like start. I don't really remember anything about it. I didn't watch it like religiously or anything. I just like watched it when it was on. I never understood laugh tracks at all. At all. I don't get it. Like I don't need a hand to hold to tell me when to laugh. I get it. Like I get when there's a funny joke, I'll laugh. But the laugh tracks don't add anything. It's like telling you when it's a joke.
Yeah.
It's like kind of takes the joke out of it. You know what I mean? I think I'm
Yeah.
like overthinking it.
Remember?
I
No,
don't know.
but remember when the whole like the Big Bang Theory laugh track controversy thing came out? Like everybody's talking about like,
No.
oh my gosh, listen to Big Bang laugh track, like the Big Bang Theory laugh track. I don't know. I just remember that being something that everybody was like, Big Bang Theory laugh track, haha.
I do not remember that. Sounds like something that happened though, in this day and age.
Another thing with shows is like they try. Again, we're gonna go back to like relatability. Disney Channel does the same thing with the whole trying to be relatable, which is
And
dumb.
this is a Disney Channel. Dude, honestly, that's so annoying when they
It's
drew
just-
the freaking Mickey Mouse.
Oh my god, no! But that's
I
like
don't think it's that
iconic.
annoying.
It was so iconic
Yeah, it's
back in
iconic.
the day.
Yeah, it's
At this point,
iconic,
it's
but when I want to watch my show.
And I have to sit there listening to I'm Jake Paul that you're watching Disney Channel? No, I can't have that. Okay, no, Bizarrevark. I've heard people talk about Bizarrevark or
God,
Bizarrevark
I
and
watched
how
this at the
that's
cottage
like
with you, Evan.
yeah, like this is like
Years back
their
when Jake Paul was
Disney's back like Disney's representation of how YouTubers are, where there's just this a huge thing. Back when like YouTube was just becoming popular and well not just becoming popular, but it was more people were making money off of it, more and more people were making it their careers. And so Disney was like, "Oh, this is how it works. Everybody's thrown into this one building and they all are able to make they have to live there to make content." And it was so weird. It's such a strange show, strange concept for a show, and such a strange way to try to be relatable. And a lot of shows are trying to do that now. They're trying to hop onto like the whole gaming thing now, where there's like TV shows about gamers and stuff, and
it's
it's
just
so
not
weird.
it. It's just not it.
There are shows that do it well
Nickelodeon.
though, but
Yeah, I wanted to bring up. I know it's like not relevant anymore for me and Evan. It is, but back then when the Whippin' Nene was relevant, Nickelodeon milked that so hard.
yes.
So hard, so unbelievably hard. It hurts to think of. They had like remixes for every show they had, and they had like Silento on some of like the like I don't know
The commercials?
remixes, like yeah, it was a
Yeah,
mess.
it was all like
It was a
commercials and
mess. I
ads.
hated it all.
You know what's
Back
really
when the
weird
Whippin' Nene was relevant.
is Disney
Dang.
Channel will do these up and coming artists. Like they'll do these commercials and their music videos for these quote unquote up and coming artists. But the up and coming artists are actors in Disney shows. Like they just take
Hmm.
actors from Disney shows and they're like, here, you're semi passionate in music, make a music video, and you're our next up and coming artist. You were already in this TV show for 2 seasons. Everybody knows who you are, but you need to do music now because money. Like if you're going to do an up and coming artist, how about you take the time to like find somebody who's trying to get their name out there, throw them on a commercial, you know what I mean? But I guess it's a
Yeah.
safe route for them. You know, they're working with this person for so long, they now know that they're not going to go on and like say something bad and then Disney will be like caught flack for it, but
Mhm.
you know what I mean? I don't know. It's just weird.
Besides Nickelodeon, PBS, Cartoon Network, and Disney, is there like any other like channels, like kids channels in general back in the day? Like I can't really
There's
remember
probably stuff
anything
that I watched. Oh,
like that I watched. Yeah,
Boomerang. Do you guys remember Boomerang?
no.
Oh my! It was where they would have Pokemon, like the older Pokemon. They'll have like the newer Pokemon on Cartoon Network, but the older Pokemon they put on Boomerang. They put old Scooby Doo on Boomerang. Just like a lot of older
I'm
TV
surprised you haven't
shows.
said anything about Scooby Doo at all this podcast episode.
Listen.
Scooby Doo,
That's
Scooby
I
Doo.
love it. Now that you brought
That's
it
why no
up,
one fell asleep because he
I
hasn't like
love it.
said anything for the past like 10 minutes.
I love Scooby Doo so
Yeah.
much.
Did you get
It
the
is
Scooby Doo
my
hoodie you were
favorite show.
looking at?
No, I didn't.
No, you
But
weren't?
Cartoon Network
Did you
hoodie is
ask
just
for
as
it?
good. I did
Yeah,
ask
Cartoon
for it.
Network hoodie
Uncle
is
Mike
better.
got me the controller instead though, so
Yeah,
but
you can't really complain.
I was fine with it. I'll get one day. But Scooby Doo is such a good show.
I've watched
Such a
all
good
like the
show.
Scooby Doo movies and stuff like that. I still haven't seen the new one yet.
New Scooby
but
movie was great.
Oh
Scooby
my
movie was really
god,
good.
dude.
And I wasn't even that big of a Scooby Doo
critics
fan.
hate on it. Critics hate on it, but that's because they
Why?
ain't. They hate it because they ain't it. Am I right, boys?
Right.
Yeah, definitely.
I'm
I don't know,
Whoa.
dude. I remember like your old house, which is a long time ago
long
now.
time ago, long time.
I remember like all you'd have on every time I went over there was just Scooby Doo. That's it. I
Dude,
never
it
saw
was-
anything else.
Such a good show.
That's
And
all I
and
was-
okay, dude, they made Scooby Doo so good by taking, aimless episodes, like every single episode is a new mystery, so you always know what's going on, and transforming it into a mystery. Does anybody remember Scooby Doo like Mystery Incorporated, which was like that, like it was 2 seasons of an actual Scooby Doo storyline. And it's so incredible. I watched both
Every
seasons a
episode
trillion
has good,
times.
every episode of Scooby Doo has a good storyline.
I know, but it was the whole season. Both seasons were a whole huge string of storyline that all led up to like a fantastic ending, and the entire season strung together so well. At the end of the first season, it's been out for forever. So I don't care if I'm gonna spoil stuff for you. At the end of the first season, they all break off, and you're like, what? Oh my god, this can't be happening. And then the second season comes along, and they all realize they have to get back together because the city's starting to fall apart, and they need mystery solvers, and so they all get back together. And then at the end, they realize, oh my god, there's one bad guy that we need to figure out, and then they need to get all the pieces to the puzzle, and then they get all the pieces, and then story go boom!
Wow.
Yeah, for a kid that sounds amazing. Just sounds
Dang.
like the best.
Critic ever.
For
possible
me,
thing ever.
it sounds amazing, dude.
For
I
you
watched,
especially.
I watched both seasons of that Scooby-Doo show at least 4 times. Over the course of however, like they had it on Netflix, and I watched both seasons while it was on Netflix 2 times. and then I'd watched it prior. I'd watched every episode prior. One time when it was on TV, and then they took it off of Netflix. And I was like, "Are you kidding me? You can't do this to me."
Oh no, they didn't.
And then they put it back on, and I was like, "You're kidding." And then I watched it again 2 times. Another show that I want to bring up Cartoon Network wise, Ben 10.
I
Yeah,
never
you were big on
watched
Ben
that.
10 too.
I've watched. I
forgot
watch it
about
every
that.
once in a while when I was little.
Oh my god,
You
dude!
had
I
Ben 10
watched
stuff too.
when
all
it
the
comes
TV
on
stuff.
Ben 10. I again watched I rewatched all 4 seasons of the original Ben 10. I then went to watch the first. I watched a full season of the next like thing of Ben 10, like the Ben 10. Shoot, what was it called? I cannot remember. It was like the second where he's older now, and then they did another season of that, which is like a spin-off season, and then they did a 4th season or a 4th series. I don't know why I'm saying season. 4th series of Ben 10, which was a different animation style, less realistic because they wanted to go back to like the original Ben 10 kind of. And it wasn't as good, nowhere near as good. And then they made an even trashier version somehow. So, yeah. That overall, I fell out of Ben 10 because it started to get not good again. Because Cartoon Network kept messing it up. And then, but Ben 10, original Ben 10, banger.
I used to watch
I was
a
trying to
little
think.
bit of
Go ahead, Nolan. go
Teen
ahead.
Titans Go a little
Ooh,
while ago.
dude,
Oh, Teen
What
Titans
are the
Go
chances of
wasn't
that? I
good.
was just about to say.
Really?
Teen Titans Go wasn't that good.
Yeah. Okay, Teen Titans in general has so many like different, I don't know, spin-offs, I guess, of like the same type of thing. It's just weird. There's so much
Okay,
like,
but original Teen
different
Titans.
series or whatever. I don't know.
Oh my god, original Teen Titans is incredible. But yeah, there's
That
like
was
the
when they were
Teen
like
Titans.
older, right? I mean, I didn't really watch at like any Teen Titans at all. I mean, I watched a little
Yeah.
bit, but
They're just like,
There's, like,
oh,
the-
it's on, I'll watch it.
yeah.
There were Cartoon Network's attempts. No, you can go, Nolan. You can go. You haven't talked about
No,
it.
The
something
sweet,
happened with
the
Nolan.
sweet life on deck.
And of Zack and Cody.
Oh,
Yeah,
Hmm?
the
That was a
one
banger.
where they're on a boat and the one where they're in a hotel. Both of those
both.
incredible. They're on Disney
When
Channel,
I-
Sammy. You should watch
When
them
I
on
was
Disney
in
Plus.
when I was in
Darn.
Boston,
Oh, it's on Disney
I
Plus.
was-
Really?
when I was in Boston, I went to the hotel that they filmed in.
Really?
Really?
Pretty
That's
banger.
crazy, actually.
Huh.
That's pretty epic, actually.
It was very.
Yeah, I
Hey,
remember
Evan, you
watching
said
a
it's
lot.
on Disney Plus. Is like almost all those like shows on Disney Plus?
Yeah,
Like-
all the
like
older
just
shows are
Disney
on Disney
shows.
Plus, yeah.
Really? I didn't know that.
There's
They
a
have
lot
that
of
for
them,
like
yeah.
Cartoon Network and stuff.
Dude, if they made like a Cartoon Network Plus, or they probably wouldn't call it that, but if they did,
Definitely wouldn't call it that.
okay, the thing is with Cartoon Network, they had so many shows that they didn't actually have like the rights to. Like they didn't make it themselves, they just aired it. So that would be hard for them. But I guess they could
Yeah.
just turn into like a Netflix or something. They could like get partnered with Netflix.
I
or
wish
something,
they
I
would
don't know.
bring back a lot of old shows. Honestly,
Yeah, if they just kept
Mhm.
rerunning old shows, I mean, more money.
Now maybe
Okay.
like it's different nowadays for like kids nowadays. They're like
I
different. They're
guess.
growing up in a completely different era. It makes sense how TV channels need to change.
Yeah.
Whether we like it or not, it's their childhood. What do we do about it?
Exactly. But I'm gonna bring up another old show if I can actually remember what I was thinking of.
There's a lot of old shows. I just like just popped in my head. I did not think I like watched that many shows.
I cannot
Remember going on my
remember.
old computer, and like playing like Nickelodeon games and PBS
yeah.
Kids like website
Cartoon
especially.
Cartoon
Network
Network.
games were
All over that.
slapped.
yeah.
I went back and
Dude,
played
we
a
can,
couple,
like-
and they don't hold up, but banger.
I could like talk about like old like things we played on like as like what am I talking about? Like websites. Old like
Yeah.
websites I went on as a kid.
Mhm.
I'm like having a really hard time talking right now.
Mini
Like
clip.
does anyone remember ABC, yeah? Is that just
Oh,
like me?
ABC. Yeah. I remember
Miniclip, yeah, Miniclip was big.
Pop
Yeah,
Tropica.
Oh my
Pop Tropica.
god.
Dude,
Dude,
you know what?
Papa
I got
Tropica was like insane elementary
Dude,
school.
no,
That
the
was
thing is,
that was, like,
I
the cool thing.
quit playing Pop Tropica after one day I was down in my basement And I sat there for like a solid 2 hours playing one adventure of Pop Tropica. I got to the very end where I battled Zeus and my game froze. And I was like, are you joking? And then I had to restart the entire thing. I
Really?
didn't play Pop Tropica since. Since that moment,
Really?
like 5 years
I
ago.
think I remember
was like,
in
no.
your basement you playing Pop Tropica or something on the computer.
Yeah, and then, no, I didn't
Just
anymore.
those random memories always come back.
And
Dang.
then I didn't anymore.
Yeah,
It was the
that's
same computer where not so great things happened on it.
Mhm.
What happened to it?
No, we don't need to talk about it.
Oh.
Hey, yo, I was a curious child, okay? No, like, we don't need to get into
Oh my god.
Curious Child. Remember
Hey, yo, we
Curious
don't-
George?
Curious
I was
George. Yeah,
huge
that's a
on
good
Curious
transition.
George, dude.
Curious George, yeah.
Yeah.
Curious George is a good show.
No, yeah, that just doesn't happen like that, guys. Oh my
What?
god.
Wait, what are we? What happened? What happened?
No. It wasn't like it. No,
We can talk to it after stream.
no. We can. Yeah.
Wait,
No
am
need
I
to
missing
get into that.
something?
Yeah, you're
Yes.
missing something, and you don't need to figure out what you're missing.
Oh
After
my
stream,
god.
can you guys? I was
Ayo.
like, okay,
Hey, yo,
my
I don't do it anymore.
principal emailed something about like lockers, and I like read it for a quick second, and then I came back, and I was like, what the heck?
Oh my god, I
Oh,
can't
that was a
believe
joke.
that.
It was a joke. It was a joke. It was a joke. It was a joke. I did it.
Is there anything I have to censor?
You know, just cut the whole part out. I don't want to get bullied.
For what?
Nah.
Okay, and I'm lost. I'm like, I'll just rewatch the clip or whatever. I don't know.
That yeah, that entire part could be not there anymore. Let's
I
not check
don't
the
know.
time.
Maybe I'll
Don't
keep
check
it.
the time. Don't check the time. We're just gonna keep going. We're gonna keep going. We're trying to
I
come to
already
something
know
else.
what the time.
Oh,
I know
don't
what the
tell us
time's
then.
at right now.
Then don't tell us.
Okay.
Unless Nolan wants to know. If Nolan wants to know,
No, I want
then
it
he
to
can
be-
tell us.
Surprise.
Okay, we'll go. We'll try and think of one more topic to continue talking about, and then, which could be something
Then
like
we can end it off.
like a older movie. Like I'm really liking this nostalgia theme we got going on right now. So
Yeah, I am too.
That's a
Well,
fancy
just
word.
like I actually like I think it was a couple days ago. I was just like thinking like usually I think of the future, not the past. Like I kind of like ignore all my like past
oh
stuff.
my god,
And then
same.
so
I hate
much
thinking
stuff
about
came
it.
back to me. So much stuff came back to me. I was like I'm old, and I'm not old. It just feels like so much has happened. You know what I mean? That I just
Yes.
don't remember.
That's why I hate pictures. I hate old pictures of myself because it makes me
Yeah, I do
remember a
too.
time that was better and a time where I had less worries and a time where I didn't
Yeah,
have
I miss
to think
being a kid so much.
about I didn't have to think about stressful things. I wasn't the greatest kid either. You know what I mean? Like I was a bit of a troublemaker, chaos demon. Some would say, and
Chaos demon.
chaos demon.
Chaos
Okay.
demon.
But no, I mean it just reminds me of a time where like I didn't have to focus that much on things like, you know, schooling wasn't as hard. I didn't have to think that much about, you know, what people thought of me. I definitely didn't think about what people thought about
Oh
me
my
back
God,
in
yikes.
first and second grade. No, I
Tell you about me.
no, I can tell you right now, kindergarten, first and second grade, I did not care what people thought about me.
Oh my god. I feel bad for
Wait,
you.
which grades? Which grades?
Kindergarten, first and second before I moved.
Oh,
When
yeah.
I moved is when
Yeah.
Judgment Day hit. When I moved to
You're
the
like,
play,
I gotta
when I
fit in.
moved here, I was like, because it was new
Got hit by
territory, you know?
reality.
Everybody knew
Yeah.
that this kid does what, you know, he just does what he does. And I had my friends. I had really good friends back there. And, you know, yeah. I had good friends. People knew that I would do what I did, and they wouldn't really, like, complain about it that much, because I wasn't harming anyone. It wasn't like I was, like, out there threatening children that I'm gonna leak their, I'm gonna leak their pics if they don't do this for me.
Oh my god.
No, it wasn't that. That wasn't that. It was just me doing what I do, what a young child with a wild imagination does out
And
on
a pretty
a
wild
playground.
haircut. And a pretty wild haircut.
Ayo. No. That was no. I had short hair before I moved. Okay, I had short hair before I moved. That was like the year that I
Pixel
moved.
art, bro.
Shut up. We don't have to do this again. We don't have to do this again.
We already had an entire segment of this in a different podcast. I think
Don't
it's a
have to
future
do this
podcast.
Wait, did we
Pixel
scratch
art,
that
bro.
podcast? Is that the podcast
No, it's
we
up. That's the one
scrapped?
where that's the one with the water thing at the start. That's episode 5.
Oh,
that we
okay,
have.
okay.
Wait, no, don't say too much. It's the best thing
That's
ever.
next episode, actually, isn't it? Or is it the episode?
No.
No, we
Learn
got
to
we got a
count.
4th. I think Avery has the 4th.
We have 2 weeks, so we'll actually be able to upload on time for the next 2 weeks.
Yeah, isn't that crazy?
Both of those will be without Kevin, though, unfortunately.
Because he has
So
a bum.
you'll
Because
get-
Kev was at
oh,
his father's.
Yeah, you'll get a solid 3 weeks without Kevin. So if Kevin is your favorite swagger gangster, then I'm so incredibly sorry. You'll have to find a new one.
Oh,
And
wait,
who
you know
knows
what?
when Avery is
they
gonna
should,
like
they should
start
vote.
doing podcasts.
Who
with
is your
his
favorite
marijuana.
swagger gangster?
Definitely.
Let's do that.
Like off. I mean, it depends on
Are we
like
doing it
who
right?
you know.
Us? We're doing
No,
it
no,
right now?
no.
I'm
They're
talking about the
doing it.
people watching. The
Yeah.
people watching. Whoever watches
that's
this
just
far.
like-
If you watch this far, I
Dude,
love
our
you.
average
You are a
watch
real one.
time is 3 minutes, Sammy. Like, people will
Some
watch for
people
3
will.
minutes
Some
to
people
hear
will.
our intro.
I know Alice.
Yeah, like my
will.
girlfriend will watch this whole thing. Yeah,
I texted her
and
that.
We can
Avery
say-
and Kevin.
We
will.
can say so much stuff right now
And
that like,
nobody will know.
no
like at
one
this
will
point,
hear.
I don't even think you'd have to cut out that part because nobody's gonna hear it.
yeah,
but
later in the
the-
podcast,
but you
if it
should.
starts to get messy, it really doesn't
But
matter.
you should.
I don't know. I don't know. If it's entertaining, I'll leave it in.
Okay.
If it's entertaining, I'll leave it in. Unless you like
Nah,
beg
dude.
me or something. I don't know.
I definitely
not
won't
what
beg you.
happened.
I'm not. Yeah.
Okay, well, am I allowed to say the time right now? Because
know what?
I
Sure.
think we might want to start wrapping it up. I think we started about 9 minutes in, and we're 76 right now. So that's over an hour.
Dang,
That's pretty,
Dang.
like that's
See,
an hour and
exactly,
10
when we're,
minutes, I
like-
think.
Yeah. That's
Yeah,
incredible.
Yeah, I really like this episode. This is a really.
I
really good
personally, this is
episode.
probably
And then
the
Avery
favorite,
was like,
my
I don't
favorite
wanna
episode
do
we've
it.
done. This is probably my favorite episode.
Just
we've done.
because of all the nostalgia.
That, and
get
it was
hit by
just like it was
waves of
kind of a chillax
nostalgia.
podcast. It was kind of a chillax
It was.
podcast.
It was.
This is definitely something that I could turn on while I'm trying to, hit the hay.
Yeah, that's I do.
Yeah. Well, if you've made it this far, thank you for watching the episode 3 of the Swag.